Toutoule, Ntoya, and I'm really excited to be a part of the ISTE Global PLN. And I'm here to talk to you today about Pass the Scope EDU. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary, and we're really excited about the things that we're doing. And we have educators scoping with us on the 3rd Thursday of every month from all over the world. We have folks from across the country here in the States. We have folks from Europe, from Canada, from South America, from Africa, Australia, you name it. We have a community member in that place. And the whole idea of Pass the Scope EDU is to ignite the passion for learning one scope at a time. We use the platform Periscope mostly, even though we're trying to branch out a little bit and looking to see what other platforms we could be a part of. And we get together and we talk about the hashtag for the day. So if you look for our anniversary there, our hashtag was 3 cheers. So each person who scopes for that day, their duration, they kind of take their own interpretation of what 3 cheers is. So that's what we do at ISTE, and at Pass the Scope EDU. And just to give you a little bit of background behind this, there was 5 of us who were talking about Periscope, because Periscope was in its infancy, and we're trying to figure out what does Periscope look like in the education landscape. So we said, hey, wouldn't it be a good idea if we started kind of this Pass the Scope thing? So we call it Pass the Scope because you're really passing the learning and the scope from one person to the next. We thought it was cool. Name was catchy. It was real fun. And we did it for our first month. We told people about it. The next month, more people jumped on board. And 3 years later, we're up and running. And if you would like to join us, now, people always say to me when I ask them to join Pass the Scope EDU for our monthly scopes, they say, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to share. Who wants to hear my story? Well, everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has something to contribute. And we are very fortunate to have all of these different viewpoints, whether you live in whether you work in an urban district, whether you work in a rural district, whether you work internationally, whatever your flavor is, we would love for you to bring it to our monthly scopes. So once again, we scope on the 3rd Thursday of the month, and the scopes are 5 to 7 minutes. So if I asked you right now to speak about your favorite sports team or your favorite dessert for 5 to 7 minutes, you'd probably run out of time, right? So it's the very first one is a little intimidating, I'll be honest, to be able to talk in front of a camera. But once you do it, it is awesome. And just to think about educators and what we do, we sit in front of people, our students, teachers, other administrators, whoever the case may be, and we tell our story. We give our knowledge. So I think this is just another iteration of that. And the collaboration efforts that happen with Pass the Scope is awesome. I've been able to work on some collaborative efforts with a lot of other people. We have a collaborative effort coming to ISTE this year in Philly that I'm really excited about, and we're going to be covering ISTE. We're going to be talking about a lot of really good things at ISTE. And one of the things that I'm really passionate about in my own work with Pass the Scope EDU is to get the voice of educators. Because a lot of times at these conferences, we don't hear educators' voices. So to be able to hear the educators' voices and a diversity of educators, not just the same faces that we may see around the country, but a diversity of educators. Some folks who've been there for the first time, some folks who are annually going to ISTE, maybe people who are presenting for the first time, right? So we have a variety of people, a variety of stories to tell, and I'm really excited that we can bring that to ISTE this year through Pass the Scope EDU. So once again, if you're really interested in scoping with us, follow the hashtag. We're on there every 3rd Thursday of the month, and we'd be very happy to have you. Thank you very much. And again, I want to give a big shout out to Margaret. Margaret brought me into this ISTE Global PLN. I'm really excited to take part in that. And so I want to give a big shout out to her and a big shout out to everyone else in this ISTE Global PLN. And I'm excited about the work that we're going to do. So thanks. I'm out.